Hello children, in this video let us learn how to round off a number in three different ways of being nearest 10, nearest 100 and nearest 1000. Before that I am going to introduce you a rule. The rule is if you find the number 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4 you will round down, that is to the previous. And similarly, if you find the numbers 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, you will round up, that is to the next number. When we do some problems, this will be understandable for you. For memorizing, for keeping the steps in mind, I am going to introduce a poem for you. Just memorize these lines and keep in your mind. Just 4 lines. Find your number, look right next. 4 or more, just ignore. 5 or more, add 1 more. So we'll keep this in mind and go for an example. First we are going to find an example for rounding off to nearest 10. For my purpose, I'm just keeping the poem aside for my reference. My first number is 32. Here in the question, what they've asked for nearest 10. So in the 10th digit, we need to find our number. So here when we find, the number is 3. So we found the number. Second line of the poem, look right next. So in the right side, what do you have? You have the number 2. Now the next 2 lines are going to help us to do the problem. So see, 4 or less, just ignore. 5 or more, add 1 more. So check the number. The number is 2. Is it less than 4 or 5 or more? When we check that, we can find the number 2 is less than 4. So what do? We need to just ignore it. So how we will round off? We will write it as 30. The 2 is ignored. Instead of 2, we have put 0 and 3 is kept as it is. We'll go to another example. Here the number is 48. Again, we should find the number which is near in the tens place. So here number 4 is in tens place. The second line of the poem, look right next to it. So to the right of the number, what do you have? You have number 8. 8 is a number which is greater than 5. So if it is greater than 5, what we should do? We should add 1. So where we will add? We will add to our number 4. So 4 will become 5 and 8 will become 0. The number 4 became 5 and 8 is ignored and made it into 0. This is how we will be rounding off to nearest 10. Next we can see how to round off to nearest 100. Again I am keeping the poem for my reference. My first number is 215. Here in the question they have asked for nearest 100. So in hundreds place, which number do you have? You have number 2. The second line of the poem, look right next door. So near to 2, what do you have? You have the number 1. 1 is less than 4, isn't it? So we will ignore those things and we will write it as 200. So whatever is after that hundreds place is made into 0. Second example, 1458. Here in hundreds place you have the number 4. Near to it, as per the second line of the poem, you have number 5. 5 or more, what we should do? We should add 1 to the rounded number. So this will become 1500. So the rounded number 4 was added with 1 so that it became 5 and all other numbers are made into zeros. So this is how we will be rounding off to nearest 100. Here are a few examples for learning how to round off to nearest 1000. Again, I am keeping the poem. I have the number 2715. In this, I need to find the nearest 1000. So in thousands place, which number I have? I have number 2. So according to the second line, look right next. So near to it, on the right side, what do you have? We have the number 7, which is greater than 5. So if it is greater than 5, we will add 1 to the circled number. So 2 will become 3 and all other numbers will become 0 and finally you will get 3000. Another example, you have 1,65,438, a big number in which we need to round off to nearest 1000. So let us find which number is in the thousands place. Here you can find number 5. is in the thousands place. So here you can clearly understand, if it is 5 or more, we should add 1 to it. So in this one, the circled 5 will become what? As your guess, 5 will remain same. Why? Because 4 which is near to it is, according to the poem, we will ignore. So 4 or less we will just ignore. Finally, you will get the answer as 1,65,000, because 5 is in thousands place. 4 which is near to it, which is in the right side of it, is giving us a chance to ignore all other numbers according to the poem, the rule what we learned. Thank you, children.